What is up, guys? It is Robert of Gaming with Me, and welcome to a video talking about my video game pickups. As you can see, I was going to do every 20 pickups, which I did for the past couple episodes of this, but then I realized sometimes that could be a little too quick, especially at the end of the year when Christmas comes up and people actually get me some games, a couple from my sister, some from my parents, and it's like, oh, that's gonna add up real quick to some games, and to go 20, I think is kind of unrealistic, unless an episode may be like one time 1 month, and then I don't know, 3 weeks later, and it's like, I would rather have it where it's just like every 3 months we'll do every 3 months, every quarter essentially we'll do it, and I think that is probably the better way to go. I guess every quarter would be every 4 months, right? Well, we'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll probably do every 3, maybe every 4. I don't know. We'll see. But let's get straight into it because there's a lot. I believe it's 32 or something like that. But let's get into it. The first one I picked up is Project Snowblind. So this was a back of the backlog title. I've finished and played it, and I wrote the script for everything for back of the backlog. So this should be coming up as an episode for back of the backlog. I will say hopefully next week, if not 100% the week after. So yeah, look forward to it. I'm not gonna say anything about how I think about it, but it's a game. Second game I picked up, The Forgotten City. The Forgotten City was a game that I really enjoyed a ton. I got this, as you can see, on PS5, and I really enjoyed this game just a lot. It's like a time loop game where you go to almost ancient Rome, Greece. I think it's Rome, and I think it's really interesting. The story is really compelling, and the fact that you're kind of time looping anything you do that's bad. The world essentially gets destroyed. There's like a golden rule. I'm not gonna get too into it, but it restarts the entire day. Then you have to kind of complete tasks over again, but you can do it in a very streamlined way that was very awesome. But I enjoyed this game a lot. It was actually on my top 10 until it got bumped off, but 2021 game still, and really good. I enjoyed this game a lot. The Forgotten City, definitely recommend. The third game I picked up was Aliens Fireteam Elite. I also played and beat this game. I had a lot of fun with this game too. I thought it was pretty cool. It does get repetitive, probably kind of towards the end, but there's a lot of moments that are really fun, just action, third-person shooter fun. It's very horde mode-esque, but it actually has an actual mission structure layout that you go and follow. And what's fun is playing with other people. I played with a bunch of randoms, and I would go and we would strategize and kill some aliens, kill some xenomorphs, and it was pretty damn cool. I enjoyed it a lot. This is a game that, they did different seasons worth of stuff, so they had extra updates. And luckily, I bought it when I bought it because crossplay wasn't introduced until way later, and I played with majority of people were PC players. So luckily, they did that, or also it'd be tough probably finding a lobby, but that's why crossplay is so damn important. And I really enjoyed it. Aliens Fireteam Elite, I would recommend it if you're a fan of the Alien franchise, but also if you just love some good third-person shooters. I thought it was a fine time. The fourth game I picked up was Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this game. I very much want to play it. I very well one day will. Look at this, because I think I bought this brand new. So look at this. I love seeing brand new shits. A 2-month free trial of Xbox Live. I highly doubt this works at all by now. When does it say it expires? I don't know. Okay, valid offer from 10/1/2003 to 3/31/2004. Damn, I missed out, man. I could have got a 2 free-month trial of Xbox Live. Shit. That's why I love getting it. If I can, I'll get brand new sealed copies of older games, and makes it nice and new. This is a nice new copy. Literally, no one's touched it, but you even get the insides and like you were back in 2003, and I think that's really awesome. But I heard great things about this game. Definitely got to play it one day. Fifth game I picked up was Psychonauts 2, which I don't know. Can you see it in the? Oh yeah, look at how the cover goes. This is the first Xbox Series X game that I got that is the new style that looks really good. If you could see, this used to have a border that says Xbox, and it would actually be imprinted into the actual case. But now they got just this little chip here, Xbox Series X, and then you get more of the cover. So it's just a longer, nicer cover, and I really, really like this a lot. Like, a lot, man. This game was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed this game a ton. I highly, highly recommend it if you're a fan of platformers. This was a game that was just a blast to play, and I didn't want to put down. The only negative that I have about this game is the combat. It's not great, and I just kind of go through the combat, go through the motions. I enjoy the bosses, but specifically the every enemy encounter. It's nothing amazing, and it's definitely my least favorite part of it. But everything else surrounding it is so damn good, and I enjoyed it a ton. I highly, highly recommend this game. 100% definitely recommend it. Psychonauts 2, man. The sixth game I picked up was Recompile, which also came in a lot of sleeves this time around. We got a steelbook. This is Recompile. It came out, again, 2021, but a lot of these games actually released physically a year later, actually, really. So I got to get them, and that's another good reason to just play how I'm playing them in release order, because you start to get a lot of limited editions, physical releases of smaller games later on, and I really like that. This was a fun game. This was a really interesting game. It's like they even say it's a 3D Metroidvania, which is interesting to see. I know it's technically like an official thing, but it is weird to always see like Metroid, a different thing, and it's an official PS5, and it says Metroidvania, because we know that means they're literally saying Metroid in Castlevania. But I really enjoyed this a lot. I think it was really good. It's a unique style where it's very all like mechanical, but the actual character looks like this. This is who you control. And that was pretty damn cool. There's a little bit of roughness in it in terms of maybe a little bit of a slightest hint of Jenkins sometimes, but overall I really enjoyed the game, and it's one I would recommend if you're into that style of genre. The seventh game I picked up is Super Mario Strikers for the GameCube. Yeah, I gotta pick this up. I actually don't own any Mario Strikers other than this one now. There's a trilogy out there, so I gotta pick up the other two. We got Charged for Wii, and we got Battle League for Switch. I do want to pick up both of them, have all three, the trilogy of Strikers, and I'll play this one day. It's not, I don't know if there's really a necessarily a single player like that, so I don't really think it'll be like a backlog episode. Maybe it will be if I played in a certain way, I guess you could say. But I do just want to sit down and play this one of these days and just, have a good day to just enjoy it. The eighth game I picked up was No More Heroes 3, another game on PS5 that I really enjoyed a lot. I did play and beat this game. I had an absolute blast with it. Another game that, again, because you waited, it came out on the PS5, Series X and all that, but also in a pretty beefy, like, limited edition with this big cardboard box and a soundtrack and so many other things. And I'm like, and that was still, I think, $60. I was like, damn, that's impressive, so that was pretty cool. You waited a little bit and you got more stuff with it and a better performing game in terms of the platform. And I really enjoy this game a lot, like a lot. I've never played No More Heroes 1 and 2, but I will one of these days. But man, when you actually play these boss battle stuff, it is so fucking epic, and there's nothing like it. Like, there is truly no other game I played that is like this. The humor is so good. I laughed out loud so many times. And the ending, I'm not gonna say it obviously, but damn, that ending was really, I don't know how he got away with it, but he did that, and that was very, very cool. The ninth game I picked up was Grapple Dog, a game from Super Rare Games that they themselves published. So you get a nice booklet and everything coming with it. And this is a cool game that I definitely want to play one of these days. I think this game came out, I don't know. It's either 2021 or 2022. So either way, I'm going to play this sooner rather than later. If it's 2022, I guess it is a little later. But if it's 2021, then sooner rather than later. I know I have it on some list somewhere that I'm going to be playing it. But you're literally play as a dog that you grapple, and it's a limited run, so technically I wanted to pick it up. I think they probably would restock it eventually because it is their own original game. I'm looking forward to playing this Grapple Dog. Love the art style. Curious to see how it plays. 10th game I picked up was Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. Now I know what you're saying. This game is not good. From what I've heard, it's not good. But I gotta play this, man. It's a part of the Wii. It's a game that as a child I always looked at and I was like, oh man, I gotta play that game, and I never did. So I was always very curious to see how it played. And it's unfortunate that this doesn't have Wii Balance Board support. I totally thought it would have. And that definitely upsets me because that would have been perfect. I know it wouldn't have played good, but it would have been more fun, a better episode of Back at the Backlog, and just more entertaining overall experience if I could play it with the Wii Balance Board. But I think it's just kind of tilt controls, which is unfortunate as hell and such a missed opportunity. But Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, we'll be looking at this one day. The 11th game that I picked up was Captain America Super Soldier, the apparent best MCU game to release. I think there's 5 of them. I now have 3 of them, so I'm only missing Thor and Hulk. But this game was made by Next Level Games, the guys that did Super Mario Strikers, Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3, and a whole slew of Nintendo titles. And they're now owned by Nintendo, and that's why I'm very interested in seeing how this game plays. Apparently it is pretty good, and to see them tackle a franchise of this type of caliber and this type of style is going to be really interesting to see. It's published by Sega, which is all the MCU games. I'm very much looking forward to that. Captain America Super Soldier, yeah, I'm excited to play this. The 12th game that I played was Chernobylite. I hope I'm saying that. Chernobylite? I think it's Chernobylite. What a good game. Great game. Great game, definitely. The only thing I would say that kind of slowed down its rating for me, I would say, is just towards the end it starts to get a little bit repetitive, a little bit, because I feel like I really done everything in the game, and so it's kind of like, all right, let me just do these remaining missions and just kind of get through. Because man, I took my time with this game. This was a game that I actually 100% did, and does not happen often. I platinumed this game. It took me I think a little over 30 hours, and I really enjoyed this game a lot. I keep saying, and I want to make a video on this one day, my favorite genre that is not actually a genre is FPSs that are post-apocalyptic, kind of like this, Chernobylite, Fallout, Metro games. These games are so good to me, and I really enjoy this game a lot. It filled another emptier void in the games industry, which is that type of style. And looking forward to Stalker 2 next. But what a good game. The music is really good. The atmosphere is fantastic, and the missions are just really, really well designed, I feel. You meet a bunch of characters that are all memorable, and I remember the names of them. Mikhail, Sashka. You got I was about to say Artyom. That's from the Metro franchise. That's they kind of they're very similar in terms of aesthetic. You could say they're not similar in terms of actual. They're similar in terms of gameplay, but not to that full extent. This is more, you have these open maps, and you can kind of go wherever. And I really enjoyed just exploring and really trying to scavenge for parts and different resources. Like I did that for a very long time. You could upgrade certain things that make other things kind of easier. And man, but during the beginning, I'm slowly walking around, just finding a bunch of resources. There's some monsters in here that really are cool. I enjoy this game a lot. This is definitely if not, it's definitely an honorable mention one day. But I really enjoyed this game a ton, and I would highly recommend it if you enjoy that style of game. This is one that I think you would not be disappointed with. I just wish it finished stronger. But yeah, maybe not finished stronger, but I think cut down a bit. If it cut down a bit in terms of how to finish, because I don't know how you could beat this game and not 100% it. Like I really don't get it. But apparently people beat this game in like 12 hours. It took me more than double that, and I don't know how. 13th game I picked up was Lake, I did finish this game, Lake. Actually, the first game of this year that I finished. It was literally January 1st. I enjoyed this game a lot. This is a game where you literally play as a mailman and you deliver mail. And I'm not joking. That's all you do. And because you do that, you interact with a bunch of characters that live in these homes. And you pretty much create a connection with them, a relationship with them. You have different choices overall to talk, how you talk with them, and kind of pick how you want to continue that relationship. And I really enjoyed it. It's this girl named Meredith West that goes back to her hometown, and like I said, you create relationships based on people that you already met or new faces that moved in while you moved out. And I really enjoyed it. Even just the whole routine of the next day coming in and delivering all the mail was just fun. It was fun, it was relaxing, and it was really nice, and I really liked that world. I thought it was really good. It's one I would recommend, that if you're into, well, that style of game, I guess a more chill, relaxed experience, I would recommend it. Lake. 14th game I picked up was Demon Turf, a game I actually will be playing pretty soon. They had a physical copy of this game, so I was like, hells yeah, again, because I waited, they eventually made a physical copy. This game came out in 2021, but a lot of these indie games don't get releases until months later. So I end up, it works perfect the way I play, because then, okay, now a lot of these games get physical copies. They get sometimes updates, like with Aliens, with the crossplay. They get, there's these things that just enhance the game, and a lot of times you get them for way cheaper because it's been a while. And I recommend, I like everything. Just take your time and enjoy the games you're playing. If there's something that catches your interest, you don't gotta play it day one. Because there's 30 other games that you have in your collection that you have not played yet. So it's like, do your thing, man, do your thing. But hey, all I'm saying is there's a good way to play. At least it works for me. To be fair, it's not gonna work for everybody. Some people want to play everything day one, and a lot of times not finish it, and then shit piles up. And I get it. I have a backlog too, so I 100% get that. But that's why this, in terms of new releases, that's how I've been doing it for a few years now, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it doing it this way. So yeah, Demon Turf, one of these days, pretty damn soon. 3D platformer. I'm looking forward to it. 15th game I picked up that I didn't actually pick up was a Christmas gift, which was Shenmue. So funny story. Well, one, I'm looking forward to playing this, but funny story. I was in my stepdad's room. He was showing me some new stuff of his he had to his whatever. It was something about his room. He was showing me something, and I look, and I sit down, right, and all of a sudden I see underneath he has like this item box for Mario type thing. Is this game just sitting there? And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, because he had to put away some stuff, so he was giving me some of his physical games. And I'm like, wait a minute. You have Shenmue? Since fucking when? I'm like, are you gonna put that away too? I'm like, you might as well just give it to me in that case. Like, I didn't even know he had it. He's like, oh yeah. And I think he was saying something like, I think he found it at work or something. But it's so funny because it was actually a Christmas gift for me that I saw super fucking early. And that is so goddamn funny. It's so goddamn funny. And I thought it was hilarious. He's like, all right, I gotta be honest with you. He's like, you can't say, don't tell this to your mom, but that was actually a Christmas gift for you. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, the odds of me actually finding that is so slim. But just happens to be that I went there and I sat down and it was the right angle. I saw like this kind of thing. And I'm like, Shenmue? Since when? And then he was like, all right, just fucking take it. God damn it. But yeah, pretty funny. So Shenmue, for one of like decent amount of Christmas gifts, man. They went pretty crazy on Christmas on my wish list on games. So Shenmue for the Dreamcast. 16th game I picked up was Journey Collector's Edition. The main reason I picked this game up was for Flower. It comes with 3 games, actually technically 6. I think you got Flow, Journey, Flower, and then in the back is apparently 3 other mini games. They say 3 never before released mini games, which, what does that really mean, mini games? But because I think it was from Game Jams, but it's kind of 6 games, but it's 3 in terms of what they advertise. But yeah, this was Journey Collector's Edition. I love Journey. Journey I played like 3 times in a row. It's such a nice atmospheric journey, and I had such a blast playing it. It's such a gorgeous ass game, and just the actual adventure of it. You playing alongside some online partner is just an incredible experience, and I enjoyed it a ton. I highly recommend that game. And then Flower, I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. And Flow is technically not on my list, so I might just play that on my own time. Like I said, I keep saying I can't add any more games to my backlog, so I have to remove something in order to do it. And I never added Flow to it. I just kind of forgot that existed, and so I'll probably just check that out on my own time. Maybe when I'm playing Flower, and maybe do a combo episode, maybe even. But no, I can't do that. 17th game I picked up was Death's Door. Pick this game up, play it today. This game was fucking awesome. Death's Door, again, another game that only came out physically like 2 months ago. And this game came out in like August of 2021. So this is what I mean by, yeah, it's better that I play the games the way I do because I love my physical copies. Instead of buying a digital and a physical later on, I just play at my own pace. And boom, there's a damn physical copy of these games. That's happened like literally, it's been like, what, 7 games out of this. So Death's Door is awesome. You play as a crow reaping souls, and it's a very, not Zelda-like, but it is Zelda-like because there's dungeons and stuff. And the slightest bit of Souls-like, slightest bit, but really not much. But it's such a unique game. The atmosphere, the art style, the music, the actual level design is so fucking smart to me. I think it's so incredible. Progression feels so fluid. I never got stuck once in this game. And it's funny because I like to look up games that other people's impressions of games. Some people actually did get stuck in this game. I didn't at all. I felt that the level design was so perfectly well crafted that I was like, wow. I really enjoy this game a ton, and I highly recommend Death's Door. It is a game that is fantastic. That's also fantastic. Definitely play this game. It is great. 18th game that I picked up is Deadly Premonition Origins, which is Deadly Premonition, the original game, but on Nintendo Switch. This is a game that I've heard about. It's like a cult classic, and I've heard about it from this channel that I watch, Funhouse. They made actually like 2 different series on this one game, and I enjoy that a lot. And I'm like, I gotta check this game out. It looks so insane, and then I hear from other people like it's just some of their favorite games, and it's bizarre. It's definitely a lot of jankness and stuff, but it adds to the charm of this game. And so I am very much looking forward to playing it myself and seeing what I think about it. And I picked it up on Nintendo Switch because apparently it's pretty much the best version you could play, other than probably, I guess, PC, right? But physically, the best version is probably this version, not the 360, not the PS3. It's this, so we'll see it. Even the PC version apparently is a little wonky in terms of, I think, some things. So the Nintendo Switch version is almost the way to go. On every platform there's some sort of jank, but it's pretty much, if you were to go with the Switch version, you're in the right ballpark. 19th game that I picked up is Game Builder Garage. I almost didn't pick this game up. I had this game on my games to finish list, and then I'm like, well, there's not really a single player thing I could play through that I could finish. Took it off, and I also didn't put it on games that, like, multiplayer wise, that I like to try to play to get some of those, and I for some reason almost forgot to put it on, and I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, I want to play this. This is Nintendo's own, this is the first party game Nintendo about making games, and it's got a lot of charm, and so I picked it up. This was going to be like just a game that I play other people's stuff, but then you were forced to do the introduction, and I'm like, that's cool, or let's check it out. And then I was like, wow, every single node, what they call anything you program, all has their own voice and personality. And I'm like, holy shit, that's incredible. The dialogue was really interesting, and they broke down how you program these games really well. And then I just ended up playing the entire thing, and it is a single player campaign. these lessons, there's like 7 of them, plus in between there's these things called checkpoints, which are very WarioWare-esque like puzzles. In my mind was blown. This is a great game, dude. This is really good, and this is one that I will continue to play, because even after you beat the game, there's credits essentially, and even after then there's more of those WarioWare style like puzzles, 50 of them, and I'm like, holy shit, that's incredible. Game Builder Garage, I highly recommend checking it out if you missed it. And again, first party Nintendo. Look, I love me some Nintendo games, and this has Nintendo charm. This has Nintendo charm. The dialogue's really well done, and you'll go through making your own games. But man, it gets very complex if you really want to get into your own stuff. There's a lot of things I have no clue how it works. But it's an introduction to programming and game design, as they say. And I highly recommend it if you're interested. Don't let this one go under your radar. This is a Nintendo first-party title that oozes the charm, just like with any other one. And I was very surprised at that. I played like a good 15 hours of this. Like generally, there's the actual lessons. There's a lot. There's a lot to it. The 20th game I picked up is Fist Forged in Shadow Torch. This is a game I'm actually playing through currently right now. First off, look at this goddamn... This is an amazing cover art. I love this, yo. This looks like some Super Mario Strikers. You could have him in the game. It doesn't come with a manual, but it comes with some stickers. This game's really good so far. I may actually finish it today. I'm not too sure. Depends on some things. But I'm looking forward to continue to play this game, because every time I play it, I get hooked. It's a great game. I went to Florida for a few days, so I kind of wasn't able to play for a good, like, you could say 4 or 5 days in total for different reasons. But yeah, Fist is a great game that I already recommend. I think it's a great game right off the bat. It has it's a 2D side scroller Metroidvania style, right? Metroid style. I'll just say Metroid style because I know people don't like to say when I say Metroidvania, but I get it because Metroid style. And you play as this rabbit with a giant fist or a drill, as you find later on, and the music is great. The visuals are stunning, and there's some really big budget, it feels like, or at least maybe it's not big budget, but they really used the budget and their creativity to the max to create some unbelievably beautiful environment designs. And the level design's great. The bosses are pretty damn cool. The combat can get pretty damn tough, and sometimes a little repetitive in terms of like some type of wave sort of structure that they do sometimes. But this is a great game that I already recommend. Fist Forged in Shadow Torch. Definitely check it out. If you like 2D side scrollers, platformers, Metroid, definitely recommend it. Fist, damn good game. So a lot of these next games are just going to be Christmas gifts. So thanks to anyone that gave me those, aka my sister and my parents. That's really it. It's games like the 21st game, Alan Wake for the Xbox 360. I know there's the Alan Wake remastered. I don't know which one I'll play when I get to it. I don't think it's going to be a big deal if I just play the 360 version. But yeah, so you got Alan Wake. Looking forward to playing this game. You know, it's as they say, it's a psychological action thriller. And Remedy is quite the studio with quite the lineup. And I want to check it out. I want to see what it's like. So I'm looking forward to Alan Wake. 22nd game, also a Christmas game, was Inside plus Limbo double pack. Literally, this is 2 games that are essentially modern day indie classics for people. I'd say modern day classics. Take that word indie out of that. That don't mean shit. And Inside plus Limbo, one that essentially created though the indie industry as we know it, which is Limbo. And then Inside, also another game that just won so many Game of the Year nominees and all that type of stuff that a lot of people apparently really enjoyed. I gotta play both of them. I'm looking forward to both of them. I'll play them separately. I'm not gonna play them both at once because they're 2 different experiences. So Inside plus Limbo, looking forward to playing both. And I love that it's literally on 1 disc. I'm excited just to see. I'm excited to put it into the console and see what happens. 23rd game that was also a Christmas gift was Gex for the PlayStation 1. I own 2 Gex games now, Gex and then Gex Enter the Gecko, I believe. Yeah, it's called Gex Enter the Gecko. And this is the first one where it's like a 2D side scroller. So I am looking forward to seeing how that. I love my platforms, my 2D side scrollers. So I am excited to see how Gex does references and shit in this game. I do want to play that trilogy, to be honest with you, just because there's a lot of mascot platformers that came out during this time in this era that I want to pick up and play, and Gex is one of them. So I'll check it out one day. 24th game, Christmas gift, was Secret of Mana. Admittedly, I will never play this game. Maybe one day just to check it out, but this is the remake of Secret of Mana, which is not what I had on my list, but you know, it's my mom, so she sometimes doesn't quite listen. She's very good at it, as you can see. She picks up things that are on my list, but I have them on my wish list that I pick up myself. Like I pick up a game every Friday, see all those games, Super Mario Strikers, blah blah blah. I have this giant list that goes by year and by the exact title. I don't, you know. And so it was like 1994 or something, and then she picked up the like 2016 PS4 remake of Secret of Mana, and I'm like, cool, I'll have it for the collection, and I try to tell her, because I don't want her to, you know, spend money that you don't need to. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate it, you know, I appreciate it a lot, obviously, but I feel bad, because it's like, well, I'm not gonna play this, but I'll keep it in the collection, Secret of Mana, you know. There is a history to this game, so I'll at least have this. But yeah, Secret of Mana, the remake. 25th game that I picked, well, Christmas gift still, Tomb Raider 2. Now I actually have the original trilogy all on the PS1, which is awesome to see. This is collection edition. I can't quite find how this works. You get this white PS1 label, definitely interesting. And yeah, Tomb Raider, that franchise is a franchise I really want to get into. It's just an iconic franchise that I want to really just see this whole history and play it out myself and see the ups and downs throughout the franchise. So I am looking forward to getting into this damn franchise hopefully soon, right? I mean, there's so many of them. There's like a good 8 or 9. Well, no, I guess there's more. Maybe 10, 11. And I want to check out most of them. Not gonna lie. I know maybe people will be like, bro, you don't even know if you like the franchise. Why are you playing all of them? I know I'm gonna like the franchise. I know I'm gonna like it, bro. 26th game. This is the one that hurts the most. Not hurts, but it's just like, I feel bad. And it's a game, Christmas gift. It is Chrono Trigger Flames of Eternity. So this is a ROM hack, fan-made game of Chrono Trigger, and is essentially these developers' own take on a sequel to Chrono Trigger. And while this is cool, it comes out in an amazing box for the actual that you could play on your Super Nintendo. It's just not Chrono Trigger. and I do not expect in the slightest for my family to pick up Chrono Trigger for me. That's gonna be a game that I'm going to pick up with my own money, because it's a lot of money. That game cost hundreds of dollars if you pick it up on the Super Nintendo. I don't know, I might just pick it up on, I think there's the DS remake. I might just play it on Steam for cheap. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Chrono Trigger. But the thing is I feel bad, because again, if it was Chrono Trigger Flames of Eternity, I would have written it like that. But there's those odd games where she just kind of picks up this, and I'm just like, thank you, but you really didn't have to do that. You know, it's like I feel bad. You could have, you know, just not. But I'll keep it for the collection, obviously, because it is a clean thing and it's an interesting thing in the collection to have a ROM hack. I don't really have any, so it is interesting to at least have this in the collection. But it's one that I probably will never play. Perhaps I could play a couple hours just to see how it is. But you know, there's so many games to play that I just need to play the original Chrono Trigger. You know, I gotta play that. And again, on the way I have my list, I just have it 19 blah blah blah. Chrono Trigger. That's it. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, she's like, there you go. It's like, not quite, but thank you. But I know she's gonna see this, but it's like, you know, I feel bad because spending money you didn't need to do. It is what it is. It is what it is. But again, it's cool for the collection, but I'm never going to touch it. 27th game, still Christmas gift, is another one, but this is for my sister. And this is Panzer Dragoon. I'm like, oh, shit. The Switch remake from like 2018. And I have this shit listed under 19 whatever. And it's just like, oh. I don't think I have Panzer Dragoon listed. I have Panzer Dragoon Saga, which again, I would never expect anyone in my family to pick up Panzer Dragoon Saga for me because that shit is way too fucking expensive, and it is like $1,700. Like, you know, that's something I'm gonna pick up with my own money, and this is literally not even close to that. So, but you know, is my sister. Again, cool for the collection. It's got history, but I'm not going to play it. I mean, you know, it is what it is, though. Like I said, it's cool. There's games that I'm gonna have in my collection. I'm just never gonna touch it. It is what it is. That's what happens. But stuff like this, where I'm like, I feel bad because you could have, bro. You could have just, I don't know. You could. It is what it is. But I feel bad. I don't want to seem ungrateful because I'm not ungrateful. It's cool, but. You know, you didn't have to, you know, it's the thought that counts, but I'm just saying. 28th game, still Christmas, is from my sister also, is Resident Evil Origins Collection. This is cool. I don't know how she does this. She got the UK version. I'm assuming, who knows? But, I mean, I'm cool with it. Obviously, I don't mind. But it's Resident Evil Remake and Resident Evil 0. Which I both need to play, so I am looking forward to playing these. Resident Evil in general, I've played 7, 8, Umbrella Chronicles, Darkside Chronicles, which Umbrella Chronicles I didn't care for, but I am looking forward to playing these games for sure. I love how it was it was UK. I don't know what she probably got on Amazon, who knows? But it's just so funny that you know, they have US versions of this game. But it is like, how did you get the UK? Like, how did that pop up first? I don't even know what she typed that, but cool. I don't, you know, that I don't mind. I know some people are stingy on like they gotta get the US version, they gotta get the. If it's region free, man, don't matter. Come on, Xbox One is region free, so that doesn't matter to me. 29th game, still Christmas gift, is Wario Land Super Mario Land 3. So what? This is funny because, no joke, on Christmas. Every Friday, I pick up a game myself, and I bought this game. And that same day, I opened a Christmas gift, and this game was in there. And I'm like, oh my god, I need to cancel my eBay order. And what are the odds? I mean, I literally have like 400-something games on there, right? I picked the game up, and somehow, it was the same game. But yeah, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. Looking forward to this whole Wario Land series. I've heard nothing but amazing things about these games. So I am looking forward to it. They get apparently progressively even better. So I am interested to see the evolution of this series. Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. What are the odds that I picked it up and then also had to cancel it the same day because somehow my parents picked up Wario Land. I picked up the box. They picked up the cartridge and the manual, which is what I did too. But then... what are the odds? This shit is crazy. But yeah, I had to cancel my order, but I still have the box ordered already, so that was cool. That worked. 30th game still. Christmas gift is Trauma Center New Blood. God damn, I am looking forward to these games, man. Like, I think this is going to be so up my alley, the way this works. Performing surgeries on the Wii. Super cool, and I can't wait to check it out. I have this and then Trauma Team. So the two ones for the Wii. I think there's also Second Opinion, but I think that's for the DS, I forget. But yeah, looking forward to this one at least. 31st game, still Christmas, is Yoshi's Story. This is actually the only N64 game that I have that is actually in the box, which is really nice. But I might still pick up one of those custom game cases that I normally pick up, just to keep it in order and then display this. This came out in really good condition. I really like this, and I'm looking forward to Yoshi's Story. I think this has a mixed, like, people who are mixed on this game. Am I wrong? I don't 100% know the history of this game yet. But Yoshi games are enjoyable. They're something. And this is the story for N64. I'm looking forward to playing it. last game, 32nd game. Also a Christmas game, final thing. And this was one that really hit me. And it's funny because it's not even like it's super expensive or anything like that. It's just the thought that counted and really hit me hard because I didn't really think about it. And that was Mother 2, or as we know in the States as Earthbound. If you know me, go watch my the backlog episode on Earthbound. I absolutely adored Earthbound, and it quickly became one of my favorite games of all time. And this comes in this Japanese, actual Mother 2 with the cartridge, and you got the cartridge, you got the manual, and Earthbound here for the U.S. is super expensive, but Mother 2, for Japan isn't how it is like in the U.S. Like it's not expensive like that. So a lot of Super Famicom games are not really that expensive compared to their U.S. counterparts of the Super Nintendo. So a lot of people will pick up just the Super Famicom versions and call it a day. But there's something. Now I have Mother 1, Mother 2, and Mother 3, all Japanese. Well, I don't own the Mother 3 Japanese, but I own a U.S. copy of it, but the U.S. translated, someone made it, and yeah. But Mother 2, this made me cry when I was drunk on Christmas Eve. I was drunk heavy amounts on Christmas Eve. And this hit me. I was like, "Oh shit, Mother 2," and I definitely cried to it because I didn't expect that. I had Mother 1 the last year, and so I had Mother 2. This was like the big Christmas gift for me. Where I was like, "Oh my god, Mother 2, that's awesome." I wasn't expecting that, man. I just wasn't expecting it, and this is one that is definitely a prize collection. Even though, like I said, it's nothing like it's rare. It's not rare like that. But it's impactful because of what it stands for in my life, Earthbound, and also the connection where it's like, wow, they know, I don't have Mother 2 listed under my wish list, but it just, my mom knows, my mom, my stepdad, they know Earthbound, Mother 2, and it was very thoughtful, so I thought that was very, very, very cool. So Mother 2, great. So yeah, that was the games I picked up, 32, or some given, But 32 games. That's what we're going to do every single time. It's probably like every, probably 3-4 months. I'm not too sure. I guess it depends on how many we get in one time. But this was a long video. What are some of the games you picked up in the last few months? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you all next time. Have a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. I know it's like the 15th when I upload this. Well, it says the 14th when I'm recording this, but it may be uploaded next week, so it could be the 18th. I don't really know. But thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.
Know that we're here for your saving, and I know it's rough, but call when you're mentally vacant.
Silence is the killer, thinking that you can deal with the feeling that left you bleeding. Know when you're feeling defeated, help is what you should be seeking. No, you ain't weak, I believe in you. You got the strength to overcome it, ain't no way you gonna plummet.